Hey guys, just a quick reminder that you can check us out on Reddit r/SplitViewPodcast or on Discord, link is on YouTube, and we're also on Apple Podcast and Spotify and also YouTube. Okay, thanks, bye.
G'day everybody, how's it going? I've just kicked stuff around my chair and I apologise for it.
Welcome to Split View.
Welcome to bloody Split View, mate. This is episode 37, and we're looking forward to it, mate.
I was going to say you do a convincing Australian accent, but you're just literally Australian.
But I am.
Yeah, literally.
But I mean, that's like that's the accentuated Australian accent, I would say.
That's
almost the stereotyped Australian
Bergen,
accent.
I guess. Or
dare
like
I say?
Very.
Ah, man, that's this one, bro.
I was going to say native Australian,
I went
but that's
down
not
bloody
true.
Ipswich the other day, got myself a jerry can and filled it up.
Can we not do this?
Yeah, good call. All right.
Okay.
All right. Today is unfortunately, because we are so goddamn excited, I'm a little bit unprepared for it because Geordie is weak, and it is also my week. And you know what? Why don't we just tell everyone why we're so excited for the first, part of this episode?
I was gonna quote that one music video.
What one music video?
We gotta move these microwave ovens.
Dire Straits.
There's a part where they say something about guitars.
I don't remember, dude, but
play it on the MTV. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It sounds like absolute mad rambling.
Yeah, but no, it's fucking money for nothing.
Yeah, but I have no money anymore because we bought guitars.
Because that's what we did. We bought some nice electric guiders.
Yeah.
And
guitars.
Some pedals each. We basically got the same things except for our guitars.
Yeah, because I was recommended videos and obscure cable conductance things, and I was like, I'm gonna get this exact cable because it has this characteristic and it's good and good.
Yeah.
And then Jody bought that, and I was like, you shouldn't get a tuner because this zoom pedal can do effects plus a tuner. And then Jody bought a tuner.
I did buy
as
one.
well as the pedal without a wah on it.
Well, I had to save up for the tuner.
Yeah. You had to save that 30. You saved the $30 to buy a tuner for an electric, even though the pedal had a tuner built in.
Nah, I don't know. I was just saving my money in the end. But I think that tuner I bought was about $10, if that.
Yeah.
So it's probably not even good anyway. But
cheap technology.
Yeah. Oh, well, I guess I'll find out. I haven't used it yet. We jammed for a little bit just before. In fact, we've put off recording this because we've just been having so much fun jamming away.
I just didn't feel like recording this. I was just like, I want to
This might be the first week where we're both in agreement. We're like, can we just not this week? But
we are, though.
Yeah, but we are. Of course we are. And yeah, so we've been usually we would have recorded this like 4 hours ago.
Oh yeah, like 1 o'clock.
So right, yeah, okay. It might be a little bit late. Excuse any background noise if there is any, but there shouldn't be too much anyway.
Or cat meowing, which I'm sure has been picked up by now. And
I believe that you will have this same outlook as me. This is one of the things I was going to talk about today. Is that when I suppose you haven't been playing the guitar up until today, but like once you start really playing it, you start to reappreciate music again. I
think that happens with any instrument, isn't it?
Well, exactly. Yeah. Like I remember Ryan, one of my friends, he is an amazing drummer, and he would always just play and I would just watch.
Do you think you can clarify him as a savant for drumming? Is that an accurate assessment?
I would probably say that, yeah.
Which is mildly offensive.
Yeah.
Do you know what savant means?
I thought that meant expert, but I'm guessing not.
It means someone who, like, basically someone with Down syndrome who shines at, like, a certain thing. Like, if you're a savant at, like, if you're a savant at piano, you're, like, a socially awkward person who, like, maybe can be clarified on the spectrum, who's just amazing at one thing.
Oh, well then no, I wouldn't say that, because Ryan's good at everything.
That's what I was saying.
He's just inherently good at anything that he does. But I remember when I first decided to actually listen and watch what he was doing, and then all of a sudden every single piece of music that I heard was different, because I was listening. Usually what I would listen to in a song before that was I would listen to, if it had a cool, sick guitar riff, or if it had cool singing. That would be my criteria for listening to a song.
You're focusing on the playing and realizing how much is actually going into it.
Every single part is so intricate that it's like, fuck yeah, dude, like this is dope.
Yeah.
And I just want to listen to everything a million times over that I've listened to before so that I can hear it again with these new ears that I have now.
Yeah.
And you will definitely get this. Like, once you start playing the guitar a bit more, like, I've been listening to guitar solos and shit, and I've been doing this collectively about a month, and Tom is just starting, as of today, right? So we're not that far apart.
Even then, it felt magical when we turned on the rhythm and we both were trying to strum in time together. That felt great.
Yeah,
that was
like, this is something that's going to be quite fun for us.
Yeah.
And speaking of... we are eventually going to be getting a new camera for the split view and flip view recordings, because they'll both be recorded on our YouTube channel once we get it. But once we also get that, we'll be recording our jam sessions. So if anyone would like to check that out, I'll start plugging it once I've actually uploaded one, and I'm gonna like keep track of us every single Monday when we come to record. I'm gonna just set it up just while we play the whole time, and we can practice and while we're jamming, and then we can look back in like a year's time or something and go like, wow, look how far we've come.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a pretty cool idea, I think. And so if you guys wanted to watch that for any reason, just to see how we're going or something, or make fun of us in the comments because we're not doing things right, which we won't, by all means, we won't be doing it, because like I said, we're a month apart in guitar experience. So sorry. No, you're right. I was just about to say, but yeah, we're just having fun.
I always liked watching on YouTube. You can find these things called Git visualizations or commit visualizations, and in specifically for the one with Minecraft, like Minecraft starts out with as fucking nothing, like a window that opens saying hello world, and as you commit code to GitHub, it's saved individually, and then what people do, they take these repositories and then visualize it as like little circles being the code and little bubbles flying around and like
I think I might have seen some
code.
of these.
Yeah, you have, but it's very cool to see like a timeline of just the code forming and all that, and that's the same kind of thing for me. Is like we can go back and watch, maybe even edit like a time lapse or like a hyperlapse of us like playing the same thing and us getting better and better and better at it. You know?
Exactly. Like it's something I'm really looking forward to, because even like in just the month that I've done it, I'm like already impressed with myself, and I can barely play a few chords and all that. So like I've learnt 3 riffs or 3 or 4 riffs or something like that. Like I haven't learned a full song yet, because you know, for the longest time I hadn't really been practicing. I'd just been fucking around until I started to like pull my head in and like, well, if I'm going to get better, I need to practice and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's I'm really looking forward to it. So I'll plug that once I've uploaded it, because it'll be on a separate channel. I'm going to put it on my channel, and you know, I'll chop it up, make it so that it's a bit more entertaining to watch, I suppose, and keep the full videos for ourselves. But it's I'm looking forward to it. So, but we'll be sure to let you know when that comes out, so you can go and watch it if you would like to.
Absolutely.
But until then, why don't we talk about some things?
Jody, present your topic that is fully fleshed out and will last approximately 45 minutes in its entirety.
Because we had to leave so early this morning in order to get our guitars and get all the stuff that we needed, so we would have time to record later today. My topic isn't as fleshed out as it would once be every other week. So I have a few questions here that I've been collecting over about 2 or 3 days that I was going to flesh out more. And we'll just start with the first one. Do flat earthers celebrate New Year's?
Well, yeah, because they're idiots and they're like, oh, parties, fun, haha, let's go to New Year.
Yeah, but are they really celebrating it, though?
What are they doing then?
That would mean that the Earth was going around the sun, and then it would be...
It's a flat disc going around the sun.
Sphere. Oh, do they really believe that it still goes around the sun?
They believe every other planet is a sphere except for Earth.
What?
Yeah. Actually, it's not even that. It's not even unified. They just believe different things. It's like Christianity, how there's like different sects and all that. Sects. I can't say.
I know what you mean.
I have a lisp. But yeah, there's that one famous tweet, which I think might be satirical, but like Elon Musk asking something.
Oh, I've seen that.
But they do.
I'm pretty sure that was Smoke DeGrasse Tyson.
Maybe not, but I think. Oh yeah, maybe it actually was.
I think it was.
Like they do some. Well, most genuinely believe that other planets are real. Some people don't.
That's so funny. Why would one planet? You know what? I'm not going to try and apply reason to
I
this.
love visualizing that. Just like you
Yeah.
have the solar system and then just a flat Pringle.
Yeah, like what,
I proposed in hyperbolic paraboloid Earth because think about a Pringle. It's flat but curved. The best of both worlds.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the best of both worlds. We should celebrate hyperbolic paraboloid Earth.
I'm pretty sure we've made this joke before.
I've mentioned hyperbolic paraboloids for some reason or another.
Yeah, it always seems
bitching
to
about
come
how they
up on
changed
here.
it, but
I was just thinking about that the other day, and I was like, I wonder if they do celebrate that, because wouldn't that be counteractive to what they believe in?
yeah, but it's like a social thing. Like it's not. Yeah, but there are religions that don't celebrate New Year's. Like I think it's a Chinese tradition to have it in a different day or whatever. Like, I don't know.
Chinese New Year is a different time.
Yeah, which is kind of strange, but whatever.
Yeah, it is what it is.
When is the start and end of the solar year?
I would not even,
Because it's not like there's a single point that's like this is the beginning of our cycle.
I have no idea.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it's all
yeah.
relative.
Well, same as when we would judge it. Like
What does that mean?
We decided to start it on the 1st of January, right?
What does that mean?
We just picked a day to start our year. Someone
Actually,
had to pick the original day that would be January 1st for this to start cycling.
I think it's due to the rotation of the equator.
Is it?
Well, relative, because seasons.
That would make sense.
Yeah, actually.
That would make sense.
I retract my previous
This is
statement.
why I don't try to sound smart, because
Yeah.
it's not a good look on me. All right.
I'm the one who said it.
Why are there so many Karens right now, Tom?
I think there was a reason. It was that they're so cooped up in their homes and shit that they just when they get the opportunity to go to a shop, they need to fucking release this pent up Karenness.
Yeah. If you look up right now a Karen Palation right now,
Yeah.
on YouTube,
It is fucking wild though. Like
there are so many in the past month. I want to say
there's just been a spike. There's been a spike in like Karen
and
sightings.
I hate to say that, like, I think you're right. That is the actual reason, and I
Yeah.
hate the fact that the reason is that they haven't been able to be a Karen for very long.
Some people just
for so long now.
some
That they
people
have
just-
to get it out.
like they're parasites. They literally do just leech on the suffering and of others, suffering of others. Like that's a legit thing.
Yeah,
Or masochist, whatever, sadist. I don't know. Whatever the word sadist.
I think
is the word.
masochist is someone else, and sadist is
Yeah.
yourself.
I think sadist is no. I think
or
sadist,
the other way around.
Sadist is definitely they get pleasure from hurting others.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. Masochist is yourself.
Yeah.
All right. Well, everyone screams at me.
'Cause
I
you
know
can be
I'm gonna hear about this
masochistic.
again.
Sadistic. See?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's really fucking annoying because I don't understand why they need to do it at all.
Yeah.
That type of Karen shit. And we've talked about Karens on the podcast before because we both work in retail, so we get our fair share, I would say, even though I don't have that many stories. But
I've never. Oh, maybe I've met.
I've
like
had about one or
Karen.
two that
Yeah.
are notable enough.
The 3 years I've worked at Woolies, I've met like one Karen.
Yeah.
Bunch of fucking old crummy dudes get fucking angry at nothing at all. Some dudes chucked fucking coins at me. I think I talked about that.
Oh,
but
yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's fucking not
I
funny.
literally
but-
had nothing to do with the problem, and he just decided that I am the one who's gating him.
Hey, you're the one that works there. You obviously know what's
Yeah.
wrong, and you're obviously at fault, dude. That's just how it works.
Do you get people just walk up? I guess you're kind of expected to know everything since your position, but people just walk up to me like, hey, do you know this specific item from the bakery or
Yeah.
the deli? Do you know the properties of it? Do you know how to cook that? And I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't. You might want
We
to go to the
actually
deli.
have at our store, like on every single like thing of meat, it says what you should use it for now.
Yeah.
Which I think is pretty cool. Like there's like gravy beef, which you use for slow cooking or
people-
something and all that type of shit.
People just ask me about discounts and all that and like combo deals of random ass
that
products.
annoys me.
Isn't that weird? They're like,
Yeah.
oh, can't you get this for three of whatever,
Yeah.
3 for 2? And I'm like, I have no fucking idea. Look at the ticket, dude.
There's this fucking old guy that keeps coming into our store, and he's always such a fucking asshole about it. He always comes over and he goes, to me specifically, and goes, there's the man I'm looking for.
Yeah.
And he comes over to me and he goes, all right, I want to get 6 of these, of this weird, obscure item. What can you do for me? And I'm like, well,
Nothing.
same thing I'll tell you every other time you ask me. I can't do anything unless they're on clearance,
Why-
in which
why-
case
why
that's
do
not me
people-
doing it anyway.
Why do people have this idea that we can just fucking bend the rules and be like, oh, well, if you're buying 6 of those, I don't know. For you, I'll personally modify the pricing scheme and structure that's been pre-calculated to make profit just for you.
Exactly. Or I can wait until tomorrow when 5 individual people will buy them, and then I can make the same amount of money.
Like, I don't get it.
But it's just it's entitlement in both cases. I would say when people feel entitled. And Karens come out of the woodwork and just fucking cause havoc. Speaking of, let's talk about masks.
Okay, cool.
We haven't talked about Corona shit for a while now because it kind of just bums me out talking about it.
Yeah.
But
I have another thing. I actually have something to talk about as well, but you go on with your mask.
Okay.
Thing.
Well, as I'm sure a lot of you have seen, particularly in America, dare I say, there is a problem with wearing masks.
Yeah.
And
there shouldn't be. There shouldn't be a problem.
I would like to ask a question.
Yeah.
Why are they wearing clothes?
You got me on that one.
Because it's restricting them,
on that
dude.
one, yeah.
It's restricting them.
Fuck, dude.
The air is not being able to reach them as efficiently as if they were naked.
Yeah, dude, you fucking got me on that one. Shit, fuck.
Actually, why isn't that an argument they're making, though? Why aren't they walking around naked?
Did you see
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The exact same principle can apply to clothes. They're saying, oh, well, it's mandated that I have to wear a mask. I shouldn't have to wear that. Well, it's mandated that in a public place that you would also wear clothes, and yet you're still wearing them.
Those people exist, Jordy. They're called nudists. Or radical nudists.
Okay, but you know what they do? They go into their own groups and they hang out with other people who are like that rather than forcing it on the entire public during a pandemic.
Yeah, they conform to social cues and rules because they realize that, this is a society and we all need to get together.
We need to work together. And then they probably, in that area, they're all comfortable anyway, so they're not even thinking anything different because they're living the way they want to live.
That horrifies me to think that, some people just literally are naked 24/7 in their house sitting on shit and, can you imagine sitting on, one of those chairs with the fucking holes in it, one of those lawn chairs?
Chair, dude. Peeling your ass off a chair when it's been 40 degrees outside.
Or even, those outback outdoor patio furniture that has, the slits and it's made out of plastic with the sharp edges? How the fuck do you do that? What if you're cooking bacon or something?
Oh, yeah. Do they wear aprons, do you reckon?
I don't know.
When they're cooking up?
Even then, you don't... That's the worst thing possible. You should never wear gloves with working with oil because if you get the oil in your skin, it'll soak into the fabric and then fucking burn your skin.
That's a horrible idea, yeah.
But, I genuinely don't get it because surgeons are a thing. Surgeons do shit all the time. They don't fucking complain
for 18 hours doing open heart surgery with a mask on and they're just fine and they do that every day. Yet all of a sudden you have to wear one for 5 minutes while you go down to the store to buy some fucking onions, and then all of a sudden your civil rights have been violated.
It's literally, I saw this one tweet of this guy saying that, I just wore a mask and within minutes I was just unencumbered. I was aspirated. I was respiratory asphyxiation. It's do you realize this is a scientifically provable thing? Yes, there is restriction, but it's 1% of general airflow. Have you seen that one? I think it was a critical video that he made a few days ago, where this guy on a bike rode up to a Karen in an anti-mask rally. Did you watch that one? What the fuck, anti-mask rally?
I know,
dude?
it's a fucking terrible thing to say, but this guy on a bike just rode up to this lady and was like, "Hey, can I get some information on your cause?" He's wearing a mask, of course, and she goes, "You need to take that off because it's restricting your airflow." And he goes, "Okay, how?" She's like, "It just does, all right? It's just medically not possible that it works." And he goes, "How? Can you tell me how?" And she goes, "It just doesn't work, okay?"
What the fuck?
And he was like, "What is your name?"
It's a secret, I can't tell you.
And she says her full name.
What?
To this man.
Why?
She goes, whatever her name is. And then, Critical looked her up or something like that, and she's this shit fucking country singer and, played a song, and it was hard to listen to as fuck, but it's so fucking... Because she said she was a famous singer, so he looked her up to see if she was actually famous, and she had, 6 subs on YouTube.
Okay.
But it's just
1K listens on Spotify, if that.
Yeah, I doubt that. I don't think she even has a Spotify. I wouldn't know how to use that.
Just from autoplays.
Yeah, and it's just... It's fucking... The delusion in these people.
I don't get it. I really don't. obviously it's nothing to do with the physicality or like medical. Like there's literally this one lady on Twitter like fucking took pictures of her with an oximeter on her finger, showing that her oxygen rate remained at 99%.
Yeah.
Like her SpO2. And like you can literally prove that it's not restricting airflow, it's not depriving you of oxygen. Literally you can prove this, but like what is the deal?
Wants to hear it. And we've talked about these types of people, and when we just don't understand a person.
Why? Okay.
With I think we've slapped this on it so many times, is that they're just looking for something to believe in, or something to be a part of something.
I don't even know if that's true in this case. I think they just literally are so opposed to government regulation and like opposed to people telling them what to do. They're like they're like rebelling. They're like,
a bit childish.
You can't tell me what to do.
That response alone, like, it just doesn't work. You know, it just doesn't. Okay, it just doesn't. That's like such a childish response.
Yeah,
you know, if you broke your brother's toy, like, wasn't me.
I like how she's telling him that he can't breathe, even though he has obviously has more brain power and more fucking oxygenation in his brain to be able to fucking refute this disgusting argument.
His brain is softer and wetter than hers.
Yeah, has more fine details and surface area.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Let's talk about Disneyland, Jody.
Disneyland.
Yeah. Do you know what Disneyland did recently?
Reopened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At 3 million cases.
Yeah.
They closed at 3,000. That's some good smarts right there. Jody, why...
America just... You know what I read about this that really got on my tits? Is that the corporate and everything is closed for Disney still.
Oh, yeah, of course.
It's just so they can keep getting revenue for this
Dude, you got to protect the fucking business dudes. How are they going to make money without the head businessmen?
I know.
It's just... I was going to say business women, but they probably don't even have business women.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just a fucking... It's...
Disneyland disgusts me.
Does anyone fucking know what they're doing?
They're making money. They're making money. That's what they're doing.
I know, but like, surely they could just work on some animated films in an office where everyone is sitting apart from themselves.
That's not animation. They want people to come in and buy their expensive shit.
No,
Disneyland
I know, but
fucking disgusts me.
What if they just didn't, so that people don't fucking die?
They don't care. Jody, they literally do not care. I'm not even being facetious.
I can't even reason that.
They literally don't care.
I literally can't even...
Do you know why I know they don't care? Because they released a video on YouTube of people in masks saying, "It's alright, you can come here. It's all good." They just want money, that's it. They're trying to feign that they care. I'm sure the people working there maybe care, but the business heads and CEOs don't give a shit.
If I worked there, I wouldn't be fucking happy about this. Would you?
You have no option. You have to work there. You're going to make a living, Jordy.
Yeah, but...
You're going to get money. They're literally slaves. They're literally they're tied up. They can't not work.
I don't even know why.
America is like, they're having such a big fucking problem with coronavirus. Like, they have millions of jobs. They have millions of people who are unemployed. And if someone offers you a job at like Disneyland, you know Disneyland's gonna fucking cough up. You know they're not gonna like short you on money. You know they're not gonna like just not pay you. Like, that's a good job. You can't not take that offer.
That's true.
If you're gonna lose your house, gonna lose your like phone or whatever that you need to communicate. Yeah, exactly.
Do, aren't you?
They literally forced to do it. And Disneyland as a concept disgusts me. It creeps me out. It unsettles me.
Tell me why.
Go to Disney, like, have you been to Disneyland?
No.
Okay, like, you go to Disneyland, right? What is around you? What do you see? Like, attraction-wise, you know?
I don't know. I haven't been there.
They have gift shops. They have attractions. They have everything you need to pay for. Yeah. Absolutely everything.
You're always surrounded by a service that you need to pay for.
Disneyland's entire purpose is to make kids want to buy stuff from them. There's literally tailored in such a fucking specific criminal way. Like, not a criminal, obviously, but socially criminal, capitalistically criminal. But every fucking thing at Disneyland is expensive as fuck. Do you know why it's expensive as fuck?
I don't.
Because kids will be like, "Hey, mommy, buy this for me," and then they'll cry if they don't buy it for them.
Yeah.
Like, no adult is buying shit for themselves at Disneyland, except for the ironic value.
Yeah.
Like, it disgusts me.
It's predatory is the word you're looking for.
Yeah, predatory. Literally, the entirety of Disneyland is predatory. Like, everything is geared to keep you there, keep buying shit, and make your kids fucking excited.
It's a fucking labyrinth too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it's massive, Disneyland, so you get lost and shit.
Like, literally, the entire purpose of Disneyland is to get your money. Literally.
Yeah,
It's not for children's fun at this point. It really isn't.
I can't imagine
That's
a
just-
world where I would do this.
Do
Like,
what? Open
where-
Disneyland
where-
at 3
where
million
if-
cases?
Yeah, like what? It's Disney. You're not going to go bankrupt. You're just not.
That I think they might actually.
How can they? They
why
own
else
the
would-
world, basically.
Why else would they reopen? They want money. That's the thing. They
Yeah, but
literally
it's-
don't care.
I feel like it's just like a safety blanket. Like they just want a bit more money right now because
They want a lot more money. They make fucking
Yeah.
bank. Do you know, like, I don't think Disney actually has that much in the bank because Disneyland makes so much money. They have such a wide margin.
yeah,
Like, I think they're just literally they're essentially living check by check. You know what I mean?
that's interesting. To
Or
think
paycheck
about.
by paycheck. Because think about the revenue. Like, they have Disneylands everywhere, and everything's so expensive. They have
And it is
hotels.
always
They have
packed,
rides. Yeah, and like, how many people do you think at Disneyland? Like, more than 10,000 people.
Yeah, that's nuts.
I think they literally are like the equivalent of living paycheck by paycheck.
Wow, that's really interesting to think about.
Yeah. So
Fuck.
the fact that they opened with 3 million cases and accelerating
you
is
know-
what tells me that they don't care and they just want the money.
They wouldn't have this problem if they just had a government that was competent. and
Yeah,
a
that
president
barred them
that
from
would-
opening.
Yeah, that would fucking actually realize at 3 million cases that there was an actual problem here.
Think about what you do at Disneyland. You go on rides compacted together. You go into queues.
There's nothing that is socially distant about
Yeah,
it.
literally nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I'm sure even the bathrooms are less than 1.5 across.
That's just fucking, that's horrifying to me.
Yeah. And you know what? I actually recently saw, I don't know if this was like photoshopped or edited or something, but I saw a tweet from Trump in like 2015
Yeah.
while there was an outbreak of the flu or something in America.
And saying that he would never let this happen.
No, he was saying like, if you're the president and there is some sort of epidemic or
Yeah,
something.
that was fake.
It was fake?
They could tell because it's longer than what it used to be 140 characters and it was longer than 140.
Oh, gotcha.
So, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he actually did. He did fucking comment on Obama's fucking swine flu thing. So
Yeah.
he did say shit like this, but not as compacted
He's
and laden.
actually insane.
Oh, yeah, fucking for sure, dude.
Like,
actually
I
insane.
don't understand
Or at
any
least-
part of what he's doing.
yeah.
And his term is up pretty soon, isn't
What is
it?
even his goal at the moment? Like, what is he trying to gain, if anything?
Dude, I think he's actually just fucking lost it, and he's just doing what he's doing at this point. I don't think he has a goal anymore. I think he's just trying to stay in office so he can make more money and keep doing what he's doing.
But, like, why?
I don't know. I actually don't know anymore. I have no idea. I really don't. Anyway,
kinda
well,
fucking-
let me ask you another question so this one doesn't categorize as such a downer this
Yeah.
episode. You know what I mean? Do you think that it's important for people to read books? Why did I have a voice crack there? I don't know.
Specifically books or read.
Just reading in general, I suppose.
I think it's incredibly important.
Yeah.
I think it's
There are
stimulating.
people that
I
would
think
say that is untrue.
not books specifically. I think physical books should die out because they're just an
I
inefficient.
disagree.
I
I like the haptic feedback.
do we want to talk about the reading part or the book part? Because I think the book part is more interesting. I think the reading part's more like, oh, people get dumb if you don't read. Haha.
Yeah, all right. Let's talk about.
Let's talk about both.
Yeah, okay.
Talk about the physical one first.
I believe that I definitely don't do enough reading. I feel like
You have a
'cause
bookcase with some nice books in it.
I have a lot of books. Yeah, so I definitely don't have any shortage of things to read.
Are those show books or reading books? Or...
Oh, they're reading books. My dad has a quite literal library in the garage because he's a keeper of books. Like
Yeah.
when he buys them, he's got.
He's a keeper, all right?
Yeah, my mum would say so.
Yeah.
But
Would she though?
I don't know about that actually. I'll have to ask her.
Yeah.
But sorry, Dad. But yeah, he's kept like 30 years worth of books, and they've like been cold a little bit when Mum's like, "You need to clean out the garage," and so he has to get rid of a few then. But he's still got like shitloads of classic Stephen King and all that sort of stuff. And when I do read, I fucking enjoy it. It's just every now and then I'm not in the mindset to read, if that makes sense. Because
Oh,
you
yeah,
need to be
absolutely, yeah.
pretty calm to enjoy it and get into a
Be able
book.
to focus.
And I'm an anxious boy, and I have trouble in that.
Boy.
Yeah, boy. I'm an anxious boy, and I have trouble in that area. You see, but yeah. So you tell me why you prefer like
I don't prefer it. I just think that the actual medium of physical books, I think, can go away at this point. Like, I think we've surpassed it.
Yeah, it's not gonna last forever. It physically can't last forever.
The problem is that, like, okay, it's easier to store books as text form, and we can store more, and we can have them safer. Like, whereas books can burn, books can fray. Like, you can get fucking fingernails and lose words and all that. But the problem always comes down to, like, if you lose the digital version, you always have the physical version, whereas the physical version can be damaged as well.
Yeah.
If you put a bunch of books on a electronic medium and have some way to save it, like, that's way more efficient. And books use fucking plastic, paper,
hey,
trees.
Tom, can I borrow that one book you're reading?
Let me just send you the file, dude. Sure.
Yeah, that's true. But that wouldn't work if you bought it off, like, if you bought it on fucking Audible.
They give you a fucking EPUB or a WAV file. You can download.
Can you?
Yeah.
Why would they let you do that?
Not Audible specifically. With Kindle, at least, in Amazon Books, you just download a fucking EPUB or a PDF.
I've never thought of that. I actually prefer reading. I've tried reading ebooks.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
That's the thing. I think that's going to change. I think as displays get better and bigger, and we have like e-paper or like colored e-paper with high refresh rate, like, the actual way of reading books digitally is going to get better and better and surpass the experience of physical books. Because physical books, they're fucking inconvenient sometimes. You can get books that the spine's just really nice and can hold open.
Yeah.
Where some books just want to fucking stay shut.
And you can't fucking read half the text.
Can't read it at night.
Whoever published it in text that's this big and smudged, and you can't fucking read it.
And the thing with a physical book is that if you're blind, you can't appreciate physical books. Well, unless you order specific blind people one. Whereas with technology now, right now, you could download a PDF and have it read by Google or like whatever, or download some from Audible. Like, I think digital books are just way more convenient and, like, you know,
and they're more inclusive.
Yeah, exactly. Even. And they're better accessible. Is what
I would also be willing to. Well, definitely, I'm certain that they would be cheaper too. Because you're not paying for a published and a printed.
Oh, they'll still charge you anyway.
Oh, I'm sure they will. But
publishers' goal is to make money from distributing things. So.
Yeah, and I mean, dare I say, it is a bit of a dying art.
Yeah.
So they're going to end up having to charge more so they can break even.
I think books will always be around in some form, just like vinyl's still around and cassettes are still around.
Yeah, that's true.
In like a snobby kind of like...
Yeah, I read real books.
As it gets more, yeah, exactly. Yeah. As it gets more retro, people will appreciate it a bit more. Like, I have fucking mini discs just because I like the physical experience of it.
Yeah, it's not like it's an interesting way of doing it. I
think it's already happened in that books are getting less popular because you can just literally read shit online.
Yeah, absolutely, you're right. Yeah,
yeah.
It's I don't know. I was just curious what you thought about that.
That's how I read manga as well. I just have a dedicated manga reader and I just download fucking files for it and just read. You know?
Yeah. It's cool. That way you can sort of make an associative difference between the two, I suppose.
You can search in the text digitally to find something.
Why do people drink avocado smoothies?
Because they're disgusting human beings that should be exploited violently by a big laser.
Yeah. Why is that a thing?
Do you like avocado?
I do, but not by itself.
Because I don't like avocado, so avocado smoothie is doubly disgusting for me.
There is nothing that's like, oh yeah, you should put that in a smoothie about it. There is nothing about that where that would taste nice unless it was you used a fucking microgram of it and everything else was berries.
I'm pretending to myself right now that I like avocado, and the thought of having it in a smoothie is kind of gross just because of the texture.
And it's just not got anything to offer a smoothie.
Even as a liquid or guacamole, like, it feels weird. Like, it's...
I was in the city the other day and I was looking around. And I saw, like, it was in the window, like, this was meant to tempt you in. We have avocado smoothies. And I was like, that sounds fucking terrible. Yeah. And then I was like,
we have
man, I would
tacos.
fucking hate living in the city.
Have you seen that one place that's Shark Fish Tacos?
No.
I don't know where it was, but I saw on the side of a meal truck somewhere in the city that said, I think the company was Shark, and they said, we have fish tacos. That's the first time I've ever heard of anything but beef being on a taco. So
fish taco is an American thing. I've heard
that's also slang for vagina. So
yeah,
yeah.
That's the tuna taco.
Also, cookie is apparently what the fuck is cookie? Cookie just sounds disgusting.
Yeah,
sounds gross.
I have a lot of names for pussy that I know for some reason.
Okay.
Particularly from the in-betweeners, because there's about 80 different words, but the one that I've learnt recently is grundle.
Oh, that's not accurate.
What do you
Grundle
mean?
is the gooch.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's the skin in between your bits and your anus.
Well, I apologize to everyone that I've jokingly said that to now.
Yeah.
Because I've been talking about the wrong part. It's just
close.
a funny word.
It's pretty close, so yeah.
Or maybe I'll just stick with clunge.
No. Next question.
Yeah, tell me.
Next question.
Oh, okay. You don't have one. You're asking me for the next one. All right. Okay. Give me 1 sec while I get it open here. Okay. Do you think that it is interesting that people like different types of things? Just in general.
Okay.
Because I was thinking about this the other day, and I'm pretty sure we actually talked about this last week.
Isn't that just evolution?
No, but it just it whacks me out. I'm going to sound like a pure fucking heroin addict right now, or a crack addict.
Let me explain why it's bad that everyone would like the same thing.
Oh, I can understand why.
Yeah.
Just my brain doesn't understand the fact that we all look the same, pretty much.
No, we look vastly different.
Okay, but we are a base archetype. Is that the word I can use?
Architecture.
Architecture?
Yeah.
We are skeletally the same.
Skeletally
the same,
Yeah.
right?
I don't think that's
We're
accurate.
all made out of a meat.
Genetically
the
based
same.
genetically the
pretty
same.
much,
We're
right?
all humanoid individuals.
And yet, you could be living next to someone whose favorite thing to do is play golf. But here, your favorite thing to do is what, Tom?
I don't know. I don't have a favorite thing.
Yeah,
to
I
do.
don't really either. But it just weirds me out that we could be
it weird,
standing
though?
next to each other and we look like I could have an identical twin
Dude,
somewhere, and his favorite thing could be murdering cats.
I was gonna say you could be standing next to a literal murderer, and you
but
think
we
that's
wouldn't know.
that interesting. That guy likes to stab people. Isn't that
It is
interesting?
fucking interesting that we just don't know, because
I don't think that's
look
interesting at all. Because
similar.
if everyone liked the same thing, we would never create new things. We would die out.
We're living in the good outcome here.
We would
out of
die
me
out.
thinking about this.
It's literally just evolution. Evolution relies on randomness and figuring out what works best and continuing that.
Like the
evolving
way that
on
this
that.
did it happen and that we do like different things is the better of the two outcomes by all means. I just think it's fucking interesting.
I think
to think
that's
about
just
that.
normal, Geordie. I think that's not weird at
My
all.
neurotic thinking again, is it? It does happen every now and then. Yeah, fair enough. Why is eye dyslexia called colorblindness?
Because that's not accurate at all. You can't say that. You can't.
That's what that is, dude.
You can't create this thing and be like, yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's not what it
that
is,
dude. It's just seeing a color wrong.
Dyslexia is a fundamental fucking noma of seeing shit. You see shit, but it's just not in order in your brain.
Yeah, I don't believe you, dude.
Being colorblind means you literally cannot perceive certain colors.
That sounds like an excuse to me.
Yeah,
dude.
okay.
I'm out of questions now, by the way. This is how unprepared I was for today's episode.
I don't know. 38 minutes is not too bad. I mean,
right.
1 hour is not too bad.
Yeah.
We're an hour, aren't we?
Yeah, we are, dude.
It's going to be about 30 minutes with all the shit we have to cut out.
Yeah, this joke is never landed.
Oh, dude, did your Windows update recently?
I actually don't know.
A big
I haven't turned
update?
on my fucking computer in ages.
Right. Windows updated recently. Do you want to know what the best feature is that they updated?
Tell me.
It's to do with the calculator.
The calculator.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of, the Windows calculator is probably the best calculator in the world.
Is it?
Because
what makes it different?
Have you ever seen the things that it can do? I'm going to open the calculator, and you guys should open the calculator on your Windows computer at home. So you go to the hamburger icon. Look at all these modes it has. It has standard, scientific, programmer, date collect, calculation, currency, volume, length, weight, mass, temperature. Let's go to the programmer mode. So this can do hexadecimal, decimal, octal, binary, and then it even has a binary input setting, so I can manually type out binary.
Wow.
This is the most complex calculator I've ever seen. Even the scientific mode it can literally do trigonometry, and you can create functions.
Well, good news for all you calculator fans out there.
Yeah, but this is the thing. This calculator is so goddamn useful, and they've made it even more useful. Look at this button. So right at the top of the calculator, they've added a keep on top button. Isn't that fucking magical?
Wow, that's fucking good.
Yeah. Isn't that great?
That's a good
Out
idea
of all the features in Windows Update, that is my favorite. You can make the calculator stay on the top of your screen permanently. So you can go to any program, you can tab out, tab in, tab everywhere. Calculator stays on top.
How did you find out it could even do that?
Because I use the calculator all the time. I literally use the calculator almost every single day.
Wow,
The calculator is
never
so
use it,
goddamn
ever.
useful. Because I do binary shit all the time. I have to calculate percentages for things, and I was adding up all the guitar stuff and all that. But this calculator, I just suddenly have come to the realization this is the best calculator in the world.
Well, I'll believe you.
Yeah, even for programmers, there's no other calculator that you can enter binary so easily like this. Like, it's incredible, and it even converts at the top. Like, it is fucking fantastic.
Wow.
So
Again, if you're looking for some extra pizzazz in your calculator, it's now there. Update your Windows
for free,
team.
yeah.
Update it for free.
I don't really have much else.
That's all right.
Except calculate balls.
I promise everyone we'll have a better once you've got all of our guitar stuff out of our system.
40 minutes is fine.
You know, we'll have a bit of a juicier episode next week. I promise y'all. Thank you for listening to this episode. If you've got an instrument, play it because it'll make you feel better.
Exactly.
See you, everyone.
Bye.